Howdy folks, it's me. Can everyone hear me? So, here I am doing a stream. I am in Salisbury, hence the name of the stream. I'll be honest, there's no stake, but there is Salisbury and there is a stream. So 2 out of 3 ain't bad, is it? How's everybody feeling tonight? I am here to do a movie. It's a very good movie. So I'd like to, before I get gloating about how wonderful everything is, I'd like to say a big thank you to Robert Daniels, who probably isn't watching the stream, who is the producer of the film Nyctophobia. Thank you for arranging such a beautiful hotel for me to stay in. It really is a very nice atmosphere, very welcoming. Really loving it. Really having a nice time here. Sorry, I just brewed up a cup of tea, so I was looking over at it. I've got the word no on my shirt. I've also got the word racist on my shirt. It's controversial, you know? I'm keeping it real. How's everybody doing? What's everyone been up to? If you all had a nice time. I tell you, this is a lovely hotel. My bed, I ain't gonna front. It's massive. Just keeps going. It's huge. That's where I sleep. It's a dog. I ain't even tripping. So, anyway, I'm in Salisbury right now. I'm gonna be here till Friday night. So, anybody in Salisbury, come say hi. Come take a picture. We can take a picture together, and you can put it on your wall in your room, and you can obsess over it. And you can be like, it'll be like the Amazing Spider-Man 2, but not shit. I'm not gay, but you look fairly hot in this lighting. I like to think I look hot in most lighting. I mean, I am an actor. I try to, I try not to come across as unattractive. I don't know. I'm starting to get wrinkles though, which is a shame, because they're a little premature. But hey ho. Jacob's Hotel is the TARDIS. Yeah, it just expands. It was really embarrassing. There's but the desk lamp would not come on, like, at all. So I had to get the lady from downstairs to come up to switch the damn thing on. And she fixed it like straight away, like switched it on, and there was no problem with it. And so there's this really nice music when she came in, and it just looked like I'd lured her up to my room. It's like, because she's a pretty young lady, so it looked like I'd sort of lured her up to my room for some kind of encounter. It was very embarrassing. Are you coming to Christchurch? I probably not. I don't know where I'm going, because I go where they drive me around. So I just go where is required of me. So, whatever's at this point. Gonna find my baby. Gonna hold her tight. Thanks, Vince12. Always, you do a really good contribution to the discussion every time. You should come to Cambridge sometime. Yeah, I probably should. Don't know if I will. If I get to work in Cambridge, I'll come to Cambridge. I was in Essex the other day. Fucking nobody came and said hi to me though. Obviously I got any fans in Essex. Well, I mean, Essex is massive, but obviously the part of Essex I was in, which was great, I don't think we have any viewers over there. Oh, by the way, guys, I've been eating a lot of junk food since I got to Salisbury, because I just got back in Kent. I just got a personal trainer, and the man is a sadist. The man is just pushes me to the point where I'm just like pouring fucking sweat and I want to cry and my face is like red. He's like, dude, 5 more, Jacob. I'm like, oh god, like doing these like weird things where I'm just like pulling shit down and everything. And he's just like, no, keep going, Jacob. I want to see you like get to complete failure. And I'm like, I feel like a fucking complete failure with you screaming slogans at me like a commercial. When I get back, he's going to be making me bird seed and shit. Not actual feces. It's an expression that people say. Just try to stick with me. So while I'm away in Salisbury, I'm just like fucking McDonald's and pizza just constantly. Having said that, I just went to like a restaurant, had this like amazing, there's like soup and this like puff like thing, you know, like onions and everything in it. But the breaded Stilton was what it was really all about, and that was straight up delicious. But exactly, breaded Stilton is exactly fucking healthy. So yeah. Do you like Taxi Driver? Yeah, it's a great movie. It's a very good movie. It's good. It's one of those movies that makes me want to have a mohawk, but I know it will look stupid. Hate it when movies release their trailers 2 years before the release. Oh, Darkland. Sorry, guys. Yeah, we had some issues with Darklands. A very, very important member of the crew who basically the entire thing cannot function without has had some, I'm very sorry to say, some very serious medical concerns. Things do seem to be progressing in a positive way, though, I'm very happy to say. So I'll tell you what, they put the tea and coffee making facilities here are great, right? They've actually got me some like fruity tea, not just regular tea. This is cranberry tea, man. Fucking swag. Hello, Fat Cortana. How are you doing? Silence, dead silence. I'm a little tired. I just decided that, I'll be honest with you guys, I just felt like doing a stream because it was like, I wasn't anywhere like near awake enough to go out, like for a walk or to the pub. So I was like, so at that point it was just like, I could lie in bed and watch Attack on Titan like I do every night, or I could do something productive. So I thought I'll have a stream. You know, I've been neglecting the viewership a bit because I've been so busy. So I hope you guys don't feel too neglected. You'll notice we put a new video up today as well. Toby's been dead years, man. We use an impressionist for I've tried to recycle my tea bag from earlier, but it hasn't really worked out. It's just tastes like hot water. Got this light here. I've got a lamp. Can change the light levels. That's how you know you're not dreaming. They say you can't change light levels in dreams. That's actually bullshit. Like, you totally can. Every time I see Bucket the robot, I keep reading it as Brian the robot in my head. Fucking idiot. Me, not you. I mean, you might be an idiot. I don't know, but I would assume not. I mean, you're smart enough to watch bad creepypasta, which is, you know, obviously only for intellectuals. Yeah, don't say you don't like tea too often around here because you might get driven out of the fan base. I like doing this with my eyebrows. Well, like raising the one like this. I've become quite addicted lately. It kind of makes me feel like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. You don't have to say that it doesn't make me look like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I'm well aware it does not, but that's what it makes me feel like. And in the end, isn't that what matters? I mean, it's not, but it's just I'm just trying to provoke a discussion over here. It's addictive. I can't do it with the other one though. I could sort. No, I can't. I can't. It's left or nothing. Well, it's left or both anyway. I can't do the right one independent of the left. That's fascinating, isn't it? What's his tuning? Oh, fuck it. I love Jacob Sherwood. He's brilliant. Oh, what does he do? Oh, he does live videos of him messing with his eyebrows. It's genius. One time I turned on the light in a dream, and I was like, okay, it's not a dream. Then I turned around to see a demon. What's the new Star Wars trailer and all the new Jurassic World trailer? Well, I've not seen the new Star Wars trailer. I began watching the new Jurassic World trailer. It came up at the beginning of the video, and I left it running for a bit after the skip came up, but eventually skipped it because I was like, oh, it's just awful. Just awful. Last tea I had was that berry tea I had at yours, Jacob. Did you like that tea, by the way, Alec? Did you enjoy it? Because I'm a big fan. Like, I didn't like it at first, but now I'm like really, really into it. How about the Spectre trailer? I ain't watched it, I'll be honest. I'm like completely like frank with you guys. I have been so fucking busy lately. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, honestly. Are you left or right-handed? I'm right-handed. I hope that's not disappointing to any left-handed viewers. They say left-handed people are more creative, so I guess Darkland's going to suck, right? But yeah, no, I'm right-handed. Oh, this is like a really rubbish brew, but that's only because it's recycled tea, you know. Any more questions, folks? Else I'm just going to start rambling about stupid shit again. Sometimes in life, you know, you've got to buy a tin. Look at a tin like that. What's that? Is that baked beans? Is that what that is? Is that resources? Is that promotion? No. It's aftershave. They did not actually endorse me, this brand of aftershave. I wish they did, because then I'd have more money. My to-do lists at home simply reads, you know, get film made, you know, make network, make more money. Oh, that's my phone. You know, a bit of Toffee Crisp vampire action there. Self-promotion, isn't it? You know, it's got to be done. I'll take less creativity over smudging my writing any day. Yeah, mind you, I've got dyspraxia, so I smudge my writing anyway. Oh, it's Mike. How's the movie going, mate? Good. Streaming on YouTube at the moment, so he doesn't think I'm being rude if I don't continue a conversation. Streaming on YouTube at the moment. Sorry about this, guys. Just crack on with that. Power Rangers. Yes, I'm glad you said Power Rangers, not fucking Kim Possible. So every time it goes off, like if I'm on like a movie set or something, and someone goes, Kim Possible ringtone, and I'm like, shut the fuck up. I ain't even watched Kim Possible. What the fuck you on about? How far along in the Darkland movie are you now? Would you rather vote UKIP or read Sonic EXE 2 10 times? To be honest, I would rather read Sonic EXE 2 10 times. Darkland, yeah, I'm just cracking on with it. I can't say off the top of my head how far in we are, but so now a big update to everyone, and hopefully we'll be cracking on really soon with some other stuff. We did do a small amount of filming, some exteriors at the university while it was abandoned. I'm hoping that this week somebody can run and grab some footage from it. Actually, I'm going to make a phone call tomorrow morning. And yeah, and get some aerial photography sorted out while the uni's still on their holiday. Because when I get back from filming this movie, unfortunately, it won't be. So, I have not read Pen Pal. To battle my father for the laptop. Was that like a duel, like a pistols at dawn kind of thing, or was it like Pokemon? So, right, what's this movie you're doing? I am doing a film called Nyctophobia, in which I play a successful businessman with a crippling fear of the dark. So, yeah, a bit of an odd character. Oh, and I also play the monster because he sees monsters in the dark, and the main monster that chases him I play as well. So it's fun. Dual role is always fun and very challenging. But I think I'm doing a good job. But you know, you can never tell till the movie comes out, I suppose. But I think I'm doing a good job. The director seems happy, so that's the main thing. Have you ever played the Sly Raccoon games? Sly Cooper, Sly Raccoon? No, I haven't. I've heard they're really, really good, though. So I'm just going to shut my window. I've had it open for ages because it's been really hot in here. I'm going to shut that. Anyways, yes, where's my brew? Streams. They're called Stremms, alright? Just fucking like, comment, subscribe. I'd say a big shout out to Queen Creeps. I'm sorry we haven't done Fan Pasta in a while, guys. We've got a stack of them, and we will read all of them. Just wait, just get time where we can get all together and read them. And the reason I brought that up is that Queen Creeps sent us one the other day that was super funny. It was our first ever self-insert that we've been sent. Never been sent a self-insert story before, and it just, I don't know, somehow that made it funnier. Come on, stupid computer. Hold on a minute, guys. Move the cursor to where you want to put the keyboard. I've got an on-screen keyboard, as you've probably heard from other streams. Yes, I've clicked it on now, so just fucking, there we are. What's the window where my stream was? There it is. Comment, favorite, subscribe, follow. Impossible. My death was chappy, so it was empty. We left for quite a while. Anyway, what have I missed in the chat? I'm going to scroll this back up so I can read what you guys are chit-chatting about. My first channel was called Who'd I Hoodlum, then I accidentally deleted it suddenly. Oh, that's so Who'd I Hoodlum's Revenge. That's cool. But yeah, we will be reading Queen Creeps' story at some point. Why are people texting me? People know I'm doing a stream. Thanks, I'm watching. Shout me out, bro. Shout outs to Mike. Shout outs to Michael Green, my man. From London. He's moving down to Kent soon, so we're going to be, I don't know, hanging out probably quite a lot realistically. So shout outs to Mike. Big thank you to him for purchasing a very cool present for me, which was, he bought me a couple of DVDs, but the main one that was absolutely fucking wild, the complete Nightmare on Elm Street collection. I love those movies. Thank you so much, Mike. Me and my friend did a bad creepypasta style reading of Jeff the Killer versus Laughing Jack. Those Reagan's versus Pinkie Pie. Hopefully, I'll post the agony soon. Peel my banana, Jacob. Is that an innuendo? Because it doesn't. Almost doesn't really make a lot of sense. How long have you had that ringtone for? For like forever. Like it's been my go-to ringtone for ages. Monty Python's Flying Circus last episode. Monty Python was so weird though. Like, I honestly, I don't think that you'd notice if it was like creepy. You know what I mean? Because the show is just weird as shit anyway. House Rage, what's up, my man? Really enjoyed being on your podcast that one time. Haven't had an invite back, so yeah, don't know what that says about me. British Jerry Springer, Dr. Phil. British Jerry Springer is Jeremy Kyle, and that ain't even British Jerry Springer anymore because fucking Jeremy Kyle's got an American show now. Spooky me, Kyle. How's the sound, by the way? Because on the screen it seems to be peaking. By the way, thanks for checking out my anime channel. Did I check out your anime channel, or is that just spam? Is that? Speaking of anime, I am finally watching Attack on Titan. It's amazing. I'm just gonna throw that out there. It's fucking great. My only my only criticism, and it's a personal thing, is I think at times it pushes the disturbing stuff a little too far, and it doesn't always earn it. But that's just my opinion. Other people might disagree with me. But other than that, I really, really like Attack on Titan. The first 2 episodes were on Nintendo eShop, which is how I saw it. Nintendo eShop for free, and so I've been watching the Japanese version because that's what was on the Nintendo eShop, so it was not me being a snob or anything, but that's all that was available. So obviously I got used to those voices. After the Japanese voice acting is excellent. I can't speak for the American because I've not seen it, but I've not really heard if it's good or not. But yeah, it's a great show. The writing's good. The characters are interesting. The Titans themselves are really, really scary. The one that scares me, weirdly enough, is the one that's kind of almost looks like a Native American with really big eyes. I don't know if anyone knows which one I mean, but that one really freaks me out. In fact, there's a scene today where I had to look at the monster in the film and be terrified of it, and that's what I thought about. So if you guys watch that movie, when it comes out, if it's on YouTube or whatever, and you see the bit where I'm like really freaking out, terrified, I'm actually thinking about a monster from Attack on Titan. Jacob, I found a video before, and I swear to God, it had Matt in it, some sort of poker player, gangster guy. I think it's called The Rules of Poker. Was that really him? Do you know? Yeah, that's Matt Dixon. That is Matthew Dixon. Yes. Attack on Titan's really good OMG. Yeah, it's great. Yeah. The Smiling Titan. No, it's not the Smiling Titan. Although, do you mean the one that looks like Jeff the Killer? That one's kind of creepy. No, the one that's it's got this very I say it looks Native American. It's like very brown skin, long black hair, and it's got really big eyes, and it has this constant stern expression on its face, like it's slightly angry but not furious. And there's something about it that really creeps me out. Avatar, are you trolling, dude? Avatar: The Last Airbender was made in English. It's an American show. Jacob, have you seen the Attack on Titan movie trailer? Yes, and I was one of about 4 people that actually thought it looked good. Most people were like, fucking Attack on Titan, why are they all Japanese? They're all from Europe in the show. They all fucking look and speak Japanese in the show. Who gives a shit? You know? So a guy excluded suicide and defended it because it created the cliches and said Ben Jerome was bad because he had cliches. That person's an idiot. I was just going to throw that one out there. Being like, it's not you, it's me. You breaking up with me, House Rage. Please know watch the following anime. Tokyo Ghoul, Code GSR2 and Psychopaths. They are all terrible. Fair enough. I probably wouldn't have watched them because the only one I've heard of is Tokyo Ghoul. Like, I probably wouldn't have bothered those with the other ones. But yeah, I gotta say, I love Attack on Titan. I really love it. It's like my favorite show right now. I am at some point going to do for YouTube a top 10 serialized TV, top 10 serialized TV dramas, because I love serialized TV drama, you know, and like I feel like my list would be really different to a lot of other people's lists because, like, for example, I've never watched Game of Thrones, The Wire, or Sons of Anarchy, or The Sopranos. So, like, I think my list would just inherently be different to most people's. The speech Japanese because the show is animated and directed in Japan. Yeah, but what I'm saying is it doesn't bother me that they're speaking Japanese in the movie because it's a Japanese show. Yeah, it might be set in Europe, but it's also set in a fictional world where there are giant, asexual, but surprisingly masculine monsters that eat people. You know, like, who cares? Like, don't get all stressed out about it. You know what I mean? It's not like it's like being intentionally racist or anything. You know, it's a Japanese show, and the Japanese have made a movie out of it. Doctor Who better be on there. Well, I don't know if I consider Doctor Who serialized. I know that, like, as things progress, like in the later ones, it becomes a bit more serialized. But back in the day, it was basically like small. It's like small arcs that last about 4 parts, and then another story. And it's kind of like Power Rangers is like that as well. They'll have continuing stories, but then they'll have a whole bunch of filler. Like, it doesn't really feel serialized as such. And I don't know if I would count Doctor Who as a serialized show because I don't like the later ones, but I really like the older ones. But they're not really serialized. Have you ever watched Utopia? Yes. I have mixed feelings about Utopia. There are things I love about it and things I just don't think work. But I gotta say, one thing I cannot fault is the photography. I think it looks gorgeous. Utopia is really beautifully shot. Some of the actors are really good as well. I really like the sort of pudgy villain. I honestly don't like the girls. Jessica Hyde, I think the character's name is. She's just like a robot. I don't know if she is a robot because I haven't finished the show, but I don't know. I just think she's kind of boring in it. But no, I quite like Utopia. Yeah, I don't think Utopia will be in my top 10 shows, but I haven't finished it yet, so it might really pull it out of the bag. But I like what I've seen just fine. I thought the pilot was amazing. That was like the pilot episode of Utopia was a great piece of television, but I'm not sure the rest of it has lived up to it so far. What's SAO? Lost me from the pilot and it will never get me back. Hello, Real Bad the Game. I'm just gonna grab my cup of tea. Yes, cup of tea. I'll bring down the UK Attack on Titan and the Sharks. Mike, I'm still in Salisbury, mate, and I will be in Salisbury till Friday. So unless you're planning on sticking around, until sort of Saturday, because I won't be back till Friday night. So if you're in Kent Saturday, that's great. But otherwise, yeah, it's pointless bringing the nunchucks down because I won't be able to do a workshop with you. Do you prefer Mario, Sonic, or Rayman? I like classic Sonic a lot, like old classic Sonic, like old Sonic games. When I say classic, I mean real classic. I don't mean Sonic Adventure. Like, I'm a real Sonic fan. I've been playing since Sonic Adventure. No, I mean actual Sonic when it was good. But nowadays, I just gotta say it's got to be Mario. I mean, Mario Galaxy is just fucking. It's a work of genius. Is it green tea? No, it's not. They didn't supply me with green tea, but I can't really complain. I'm in a hotel and I got some cranberry and raspberry tea. You know, but it's fucking Twinings as well. So. Do you like Mortal Kombat? And if so, who's your favorite character? I love Mortal Kombat. I have for years. Queen Creeps. I don't know why I expected you to be American. I don't know why. I guess because like 90% of our fan base is American. It's just like a natural association. Yeah, Mortal Kombat. I always used to play as Sub-Zero because, especially on Mortal Kombat 3, because he was cheap as fuck. So he did this thing where he would like drop and then jump back up. So he'd freeze him and then do this teleport move. It was so cheap. So I hate Sonic Unleashed so much. I really want to do some like, I really want to do some live streaming or some Super Rip Brothers even of Sonic Unleashed at some point because it's such a fucking terrible game. The frame rate is just arse, and like the combo, like the combat system is like just fucking do this with the Wii remote and nunchuck. It's so lame. I really like Mario games, but I hate Sonic. Fair enough. Why do you do the tea again? Because I think with fruity tea, it doesn't brew in the same way that regular tea does. I think you kind of have to leave the tea bag in. But with regular tea, I wouldn't. Do you play Warhammer 40k? No. Back in the day when I was like a young teenager, so this was like longer ago than I care to admit. I was really into classic Warhammer, like as in this like I had a collection of undeads, and like I was really into like the skeletons and all that shit. But no, I never really got into 40k. I think 40k is cool and has some cool mythology in it, and I'd love to be involved in a Warhammer 40k movie at some point. Like there's something I'd love to be involved in, but yeah. The problem with the giant arms in fucking Sonic Unleashed, right, is that it makes him look like Donkey Kong. So when he like pulls his arms out like this and he's like, he has his big hands, and it's just like he looks at his hands, and he's like, "What am I?" And then I imagine just a ring in front of him going. Jacob, ever do any role-playing games growing up? Not really, no. It always seemed like a lot of fun, but I just kind of like didn't get around to it. Classic Warhammer isn't even being supported anymore. I know. I don't know. I just thought it was cooler. Like I was a super nerdy kid. Like this is how nerdy I was. I was too nerdy for Warhammer 40k. I liked the shit with dragons and wizards and stuff. That was me as a kid. Like, and to an extent, that's me now. Like, it probably doesn't fucking surprise you guys that I'm kind of nerdy. That probably doesn't come as a shock. Danky Kang and Sonic crossover confirmed. That would be like that fan story would be so full of like swag MLG Illuminati jokes. It would just be obnoxious, I think. But yeah, no, I really liked classic Warhammer like when I was a kid. A lot of people say Event Horizon, the movie. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but a lot of people say that's in continuity with Warhammer 40k because like this how the warp drive is invented in Warhammer 40k like adheres to the storyline of Event Horizon or some shit like that. I don't know. It's pretty cool. Like I'd like that to be true. Sonic and the Secret Rings and Sonic the Fighters. That was rad. Good Sonic and the Secret Rings. No. Danky MLG. 350 no Freemasons. Fucking 420 Blazer and Anita Sarkeesian. Quick script only for Danky King. Kill Raiden in the first place and then wind him back. And no, Raiden was right. Basically, I don't like Liu Kang one bit. I kind of like Liu Kang. I do. Okay, nobody make fun of me for this. Actually, no, feel free to make fun of me for this because I make fun of everyone, so I deserve it. I've kind of always wanted to play Kano in a movie or TV series about Mortal Kombat. I know in the original he's Japanese, and obviously I'm like very not Japanese, but you know, he was that story was retconned, and he was like, you know, he's been Australian and he's been English a couple of times. So yeah, I feel like I'd like to play Kano one day. I just think like that wearing the eyepiece as that makeup will be really fun. Oh yeah, Sonic Gems, because it's like that rare, the Sonic Rare Gems collection, isn't it? Basically justifies selling you a bunch of shit games because they were rare, like in their original form, so they put them all in a compilation of suck. A few months ago, I said in the stream, what amiibo should I get first? And a lot of you said, don't. Well, my life has been slowly deteriorating because of amiibo. I gotta catch them all. Amiibo is stupid. Like, I just fucking hate it. Yeah, I think they'd make another fighting game. Yeah, well, I mean, I just hope they don't ever. Again, like I couldn't play Liu Kang because like I don't think it's fair for a white guy to play that role because not to be a social justice warrior or anything. I just think there's enough roles for white people in movies that we ain't gonna nick them off minorities. Like, you know, getting Johnny Depp to play Native American or Tom Hardy to play a fucking Mexican. It's just like, come on, guys. We've got enough roles to play. You know, we've got James Bond, we've got Dracula. Do you know what I mean? Let's let the other guys have their cool shit. Okay, please check out my new feed, like, and subscribe. Give me back my GameCube right now. Hubert Cumbertail. Amazing. Looking, I haven't heard a Salad Fingers reference in years. I wonder if that's Toby. Just because I have his GameCube. Liu Kang's an awful character. Explain why to a while ago. Luigi one. It's an easy game. I've had almost 10 years now, and I haven't even acquired one Chaos Emerald. Oh, I don't think Sonic R is easy. My experience of playing Sonic R is just trying to run in a straight line and being sucked to the fucking wall. I think it's a dreadful game. I mean, that was a joke. I want to slap myself in the face. Well, I mean, don't slap me in the face, Hudo, because I mean, I fucking say that a lot. Sonic R is unplayable. I'm not sure. Yeah, Sonic R is just dreadful. Because if you were electronic supersonic, you're getting 4 life. That's got to be a hashtag. Not to mention, the 2 people dressed up as alien predator, both a bit overweight, one short, both asking for money. That's very amusing. It's a very amusing image you just put in my head there. Liu Kang is alive, Liu Kang is alive. It was on Sonic R was on Sega Saturn, I believe, or was the Sound Chaser. It was on that console nobody fucking owned. They programmed magnets in the walls. It will not be a hashtag, goddammit. Jacket runs at 20 frames per sec. Jesus Christ. What is it? Fucking original Majora's Mask on the N64. Hello, look, it's Kame. I haven't seen Toby and Matt to get those lines recorded for you, but we will. Don't worry. Techno battery. The murders with knives are classic, not the new or salty classic, plus murderers actually used by Grandma to scare people. This example from Slender, he's coming for you and all his watches. What? What are you, what? So, Bucket the robot's got a picture of a man in a turban. It's either a towel or a Sikh's turban. Either way, Allahu Akbar doesn't really make sense. Sonic Drift Racing. Sonic Boom. I think we all should all agree it's not called Sonic Boom. All right? I link. I don't know if I have this power in the community of people that watch this show, that watch by Creepmaster, but I would like to make it canon that Sonic Boom is officially called Sonic Boom and shall be referred to as Sonic Boom at all times when discussing Sonic Boom. Its visuals. Its visuals are horrible. Mind you, I guess it was the Sega Saturn, you know what I mean? Like, nothing was out yet. And no real consoles had come out, really. You know, no real 3D consoles really doing much. When you're a huge Sonic fan, I think it's brilliant. It's probably the best. And I also noticed the ones that will set your mind. Gameplay is unusual but good. But what a game 10 out of 10. Sonic Boom didn't end with a bang, but rather a sizzle. Now people are just typing Sonic Boom into the fucking chat. Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom. Oh, that's what I meant, it cuts. God, motherfucker. God. Sorry, everyone. We're back to the streaming in a minute. The only complaint that I can make about Sonic 06 is that I have no complaints about Sonic. Get the fuck out of here. Fucking leave and unsubscribe immediately. It's just saying Sonic Boom. Super Sonic Swab. Swab me. Bonic Soup. Don't try to do your own thing, Dennis. All right, just sit in the corner. Just sit in the corner and wait for me to collaborate with you again. Who knows? Can we do our video soon, mate? When I get back to Kent, because we're supposed to be, you and I are supposed to be doing some shit together. In your opinion, what game started the trend of bad Sonic games? I've been over this before, and my opinion is controversial and it annoys people. But holy shit, you've just said the same thing that I was going to say, which was that it's Sonic Adventure. Yeah. I'm not saying Sonic Adventure was a bad game as such, but it had real problems. It was giving them lots of voice acting and cutscenes and a story, like a proper story with lots of things happening and lots of humans in it and hub worlds and heavy metal music and that stupid thing that Sonic does where he runs like a 7-year-old pretending to be a plane. It was, and obviously the whole Eggman thing. I mean, giving Eggman, you know, Dr. Robotnik, those stupid anime sleeves. You know the shit I'm talking, the fucking sleeves that he wears. Yeah, I just don't like. I mean, I just really think Sonic Adventure was the beginning of the end. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy, Dennis, to talk with you on Skype like before I get back to Kent. To be honest with you, mate, like while I'm here, so we can still we have a chit chat. Obviously, you should just fucking just you should just come on the stream, mate. Fuck it, you can start entertaining people. Jacob to replace Jeremy Clarkson. I don't know dick about cars. I think me hosting Top Gear would be the worst mistake ever. I'm not sure why both of those games are so praised. I agree with you, Grim. Like, I'm really not a fan of the Sonic Adventure game, particularly the second one. Actually, I think that's really awful. Actually, but the first one's fine. It's playable. I get it. There's nothing really wrong with it. Second one, I just think it's garbage. So many different play styles, and none of them work. Hidden calls Sega team equals Shadow the Hedgehog. Cast members in the other room sleeping. Didn't do as well as in his debut in 3D as Mario. No, and to be honest, like, I get that they didn't want Sonic Adventure to be Super Mario 64. They wanted it to be its own thing. And there are some good ideas, like, in Sonic Adventure, but it just doesn't work. It just hasn't aged well. It just doesn't. It's not. It's like an adequate game, but it's not a particularly good game. I remember, like, because I thought Sonic Lost World was a really nice return to form. Everyone's like, "Oh, Generations was the best Sonic game of this collection of Sonic games that have come out." And actually, to be honest, I thought I like Generations. I think Lost World was better. But somebody wrote in the YouTube comment of a review of Sonic Lost World, they wrote hashtag We want the adventure engine back. And I remember just replying with hashtag Speak for your damn self. Because I'm like, the adventure engine was really not that good. That's the engine that makes you like run into the water and just fucking die. I just found the adventure engine I was always running into shit like boom, boom. It's basically like the adventure engine is pretty much Sonic 06. It's like I found that when I was playing Sonic 06 with Toby. Unfortunately, we've lost all that footage now, perhaps forever. But I found myself often saying, you know, Toby, this is the same as Sonic Adventure. Why do people deride this and slag off? So, why do people deride this and appreciate and praise Sonic Adventure? It's the same thing. Like they're just Sonic 06 is worse, but you know. Sonic died a long time ago. Yeah, absolutely. So it's like a bunch of cats inside their owner on a date. Who? Anyone here watch Rick and Morty by any chance? Beating a dead horse with another dead horse at this point, completely. Just awful. I bet the one was explained. There's no 06 reminds me way too much of adventures. Yeah, right down to the fucking whale coming out of the ocean and shit. Because nostalgia hashtag bullshit. Yeah. '06 was probably interesting. I think a lot of people think that, like, that seems to be a very common consensus that '06 began life as Adventure 3, which is why, because it doesn't make sense as like a reboot at all, because it's kind of marketed that way as like a reboot, but at the same time, it's sorry, but at the same time, like, it requires you to have played like every Sonic game to have even had the faintest fucking idea what's going on. Favorite Rick and Morty episode? Oh, there's too many to name. I love Anatomy Park though. Like Anatomy Park, the Dreams one. I can't remember what it's called. And obviously again, I can't remember what it's called. They're Rixty Minutes, the one where they get cable from all conceivable universes. Just for Ants in My Eyes Johnson and Two Brothers and Real Fake Doors, and it's just hilarious. Bizarre field. But yeah, I love Anatomy Park just because of the fucking scene with the Pirates of the Pancreas discussion. I just think the fact that joke just doesn't die throughout the whole episode. Just like when it looks like they might die, and it's like when Rix just says to Morty, like, if things get too dark, you should go to Pirates of the Pancreas. I mean, priority one should be to escape, but if that becomes impossible, you should really treat yourselves, because it's just a bunch of pirates running around a pancreas, and we don't whitewash it either. The pirates are really rapey. I'm just like, the dialogue. I know a lot, like good chunks of it are improvised, and that makes it funnier to me because it makes it sound like conversation. Oh yeah, Mr. Meeseeks. There's so many Mr. Meeseeks t-shirts. It's crazy. I was looking for Rick and Morty shirts online, and there's so many of them are just Mr. Meeseeks, just saying, "I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Look at me." Is Ultimate Master 2 Electric Boogaloo going to be a thing? I don't know. Music's finding lots of CPs. I hope I won't be accused of being. Jacob, have you seen Spaced? Yep, I've seen Spaced. I really like it. Damn, Jacob, I was in Kent at Easter to visit a mutual friend of ours. It would have been sweet to meet you, broski. Well, if you'd have fucking said, like, if he'd have texted me, I would have met you, wouldn't I? I'd have come and like ate some cheesecake or something. Anywho, what was I on about? Yeah, Rick and Morty's a great show anyway. Nobody's in fucking Salisbury, man. This town, nobody lives here. This is just old white people. It's like UKIP town. Like, nobody lives here. Ow! I just hit my heel on the chair. Ouch. Pico says, "Fuck me in the ass." And on that note, yeah, you see that? I'm blowing my nose on a live broadcast. That's how fucking famous I am. I can just do this. Yeah, you fucking wish you could do that, don't you? You bunch of dicks. Please don't go. You voting UKIP? No, I'm not a racist, homophobic moron. How long are you staying in Salisbury? Till Friday night. I live in Dudley. Is that close enough? I mean, no, that's a huge mission from here. My grandparents live in Downton, which is on the border of Salisbury. They live in Downton Abbey. Because, you know, that's a TV show that people. Well, I mean, I don't watch it, but best stream ever. Just me blowing my fucking nose. Jacob, we all know you're gayer than a tuba band, bitch. It's true. I do love the penis. Are you voting Clyde Cymru? Yeah, well, I don't live in Wales, and I'd never even heard of them until they got some TV time, because the Welsh are basically irrelevant as a race. That's my UKIP line of the day. Downtown Blabby. It's witty. Georgia asks, what is UKIP? UKIP is basically the Tea Party, but in England. For instance, saying, vote UKIP, we shouted racist at a sign. It's all right. I have a tendency to stick my middle finger out at signs that say vote UKIP or that say vote Conservative. So I'm just like fuck you, Dolphin. Because I don't know, white van. I saw a bunch of like UKIP supporters in suits, and they were all bald guys, and most of them had goatees. And if I had my camera, I was going to take a picture of them and put it on Twitter saying "Vote UKIP" or we'll send the boys around. But sadly, I did not have my camera with me, so. Voting UKIP is like joining the Imperials in Skyrim. Yeah. No, voting UKIP is like basically if you're a working class person who isn't particularly interested in politics, you might think, oh, this party that claims to support the working people because their leader speaks in sort of plain English common sense talk and drinks ale and smokes cigarettes, he's the guy to vote for, right? And if you actually read their policies, they're profoundly anti-working class and they're just a bunch of millionaires, basically. They're like Tories, but racist, like more racist than Tories, anyway. So yeah, fuck them. Fuck the UK Independence Party. No one's dumb enough to vote for them. Like they're acting like they're gonna win. Like, as in South Thanet, which is like that. Where I live is part of that constituency. So like Nigel Farage is like, oh, if we win if we don't win in South Thanet, I'm leaving the UK Independence Party. So like everyone's like, fucking everyone get out and vote for someone else. He's like, I'm sick of the sight. Like, he's not even an MP. Like, what? Why is he on TV so much? I mean, he is an MEP, I suppose, but still, see what I mean? Like, fuck him. Like, he's not a. He's a loser. Always on television so often. Bond between the brothers before something bad happens. Two brothers in a van. And suddenly an asteroid hits. Jacob, have you heard of John Titor Altavu? No. All of my family are voting for UKIP. That's amazing, ARF234. I don't know anyone who's voting for UKIP. Like, this not to deride your family in any way, but I don't know anyone who's voting for UKIP, like, at all. I see. I would vote for Green, except the fact that they're not a credible threat to get rid of the Conservative Party. And considering the Conservative Party, the people responsible for the bedroom tax and all this tax dodging, all this tax dodging, and there's 73 people a week that have died as a result of Ian Duncan Smith's non-risk assessed welfare reforms. I mean, to me, it's not about like voting for the best party. It's just about getting those cunts out of office. That's really all I care about. Probably stream someday. My accent is, I don't know, Swedish, half Finnish, Russian, Romanian, Asian. Suddenly, a giant tornado were attacked by giant cat monsters, and a giant tornado came. And that's when things got knocked into 12th gear. There's schools in the US that have anti-gay therapy to make kids not gay. Fucking genius. I'm very happy to say that anti-gay therapy is illegal here, and I'm sure it will be in the US eventually as well. So carrying photo back in, I'm leaving the planet. Yeah, leaving England won't be enough. You've just got to fuck off planet Earth. Get away from that fucking Gammon-faced lizard. I found out recently. Now, a lot of you are Americans, so you'd already know this, but you know, a lot of you guys already know this, but shit, what was I going to talk about? Yeah, America, in the United States of America, apparently you can own a gun, like something that kills people, like a real one, not a replica one, that actually fires bullets at high velocity for murdering, when you're a child. You can own a rifle when you're like 7, but you can't get a beer till you're 21. So it's okay for my 18-year-old to have a gat, so long as he's not wasted when he's got it, right? I mean, it makes sense, I guess, that you don't want somebody to be drunk when they've got a firearm. But if I had a choice of which to give my kid, granted you shouldn't be giving booze to a kid, if I had a choice of which one of these things to give to a 12-year-old boy, I'd go with the beer, if I'm honest. Remember being 12, it's a pretty angsty time in your life. Stay Nelson says, all in capitals, I like to eat pussy. I'm assuming you're either a lesbian or a heterosexual man, in which case, yes, everyone who falls into that category does. It's not particularly shocking. West Ham or Man City. If you talk about the football teams, I don't actually watch football, so. I remember eating a sexy motherfucker. UK, 16 to have sex, 18 to watch sex. Yeah, that's stupid. Or like, you can't get paid to fuck until you're 18. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, nobody's good at sex when they're 16, so they might as well be making money. You know, nobody likes having sex when they're 16 years old. It's just everyone's terrible at it. So you might as well you might as well get paid for it, but you can't be in pornography or even watch it till you're 18. Can go to and kill people when you're 18, but you can't do it. Yeah, like I really disapprove of that because I say here in England, obviously the drinking age is 18, which is the same age as joining the army. And I think it's only fair if you go to fight for your country and get your fucking legs blown off, you know, for some greedy fucking politician with corporate interests, you can't get a pint when you come home. Ridiculous. I got my fucking legs off here, so you got the freedom to tell me to fuck off in this bar. You can tell me I can't have a pint. I lost me fucking legs for you, you dickhead. Ridiculous. They need to sort that out. And so we got some shit we need to sort out in our country too. You know, we gotta get with everyone else and fucking legalize cannabis for one thing. I don't know why the hell it's illegal. Like everyone knows, you know, everyone knows it's better for you than alcohol. I don't know why we don't. And if it's legal in the shops, that was a fine line to walk. You know, no one wants to fuck a 16-year-old. Yeah. So, anywho, like, so now during this is why I'm pro legalizing weed. I don't actually smoke weed. I haven't smoked weed in years. I used to smoke it quite a lot. And honestly, like, I had some very negative effects on me. So I'm one of those people who should be very much a you should not take drugs. Drugs are bad, but I'm not at all. I'm for legalizing weed because if you think about it, alcohol's legal and it's a lot safer than it was during Prohibition. If you legalized weed, it wouldn't be all fucked up and people mixing it with whatever the hell they want it to be. It'd just be pure and it'd be nice and you get a nice medical, you know, high. And also, drug-related crime would go down because the thing is, most people who get shot and things like that, it's it's over drugs, and one of the most popular drugs is marijuana. So if you take that, like, if you completely kill that market, you know, for illegal weed, you're gonna massively, you know, decrease the amount of like violent crime that's taking place because people aren't going to be shooting each other over drug territory and shit. I mean, people still will for illegal drugs, but I don't know. But you guys know what the hell I'm sleepy. You guys know what I'm trying to say, though, right? It's addicted to which we contemplate in the lives. I did. I'll be honest. I was very much addicted to it, and I sold a lot of my material possessions to get more. And in the end, I said it's just a very, very negative experiences when using it. But that was me. I understand that is not the experience that everyone has. In fact, that's, you know, it just, yeah, decrease the amount of money to drug cartels. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Like, I just think weed legalization is a good idea. And like over in the States, you've got, you know, you guys have got legal marijuana in most parts of America, and it's working out for you guys. They got it in a lot of Europe as well. We should have it here. It'd be easier to get help without getting fucking arrested. 100% agree with you. 100% agree with you on this one, because the fact is, it's 10 p.m. How are you tired? I've been working all day, all right? Like, I was traveling all day yesterday. I've been working all day today. I'm knackered. I've been shooting a fucking movie all day. Yeah, about alcohol, you know, resulting in the rise of gangsters, you know, like Al Capone. Yeah, absolutely. But the point I was making is, you know, the criminalization of drug abuse. Now, somebody who struggled with drug abuse myself, it's pretty fucking hard, you know, when society sees you as its enemy. It's pretty fucking hard to get support. So I think attitudes need to change, and I think that getting rid of some of our ridiculous drug laws would be a good start. You see, House Rage, I had some experiences like that as I began to use it more and more, and eventually decided that I shouldn't use it anymore. What would you do if suddenly disappeared from the chat and then suddenly jumped up behind you? Probably shit myself, maybe have a small heart attack. I mean, that sounds funny like on paper, but actually as a tangible thing that happens is incredibly terrifying and confusing. Wise tip when I began rising on YouTube: never bring in politics or religion, so I won't say anything about weed. What do you do if Chris Pratt replaced you in this movie? I think it was quite funny. Like, I'd like to be in a movie with Chris Pratt just because, like, I think I'm a slightly better actor. So that's cruel. That's mean. I didn't really mean that, but you know what I'm saying. Politics and religion are the worst conversation killers. I don't think they are. I mean, we had a nice long chat about UKIP. That was fun, right? And like, oh, fuck UKIP. What about you dickheads? That was enjoyable. I'm of the opinion you can have a discussion about politics or religion without it being a negative thing. You know. Street Cat Named Bob is a good book that talks about this subject slightly but deeper. So I can look behind you. You guys know I can see the screen, right? You know that I've got my like webcam on the screen, so I know what. So I know there's no one behind me. So yeah. Fun times with UKIP. Fun times with UKIP. That's a lynching, I expect. I'm not sure if Chris Pratt could be able to seriously play a serious role and be above average. I've said this before about Chris Pratt, and I'll say it again because it amuses me. Chris Pratt is not so much a movie star. He reminds me more of a bloke who works in home base. You know, like Chris Pratt's the kind of guy like. He's in your mate's darts team. You know, he's not a movie star. New videos and bad creepypasta. Never get tired of watching them. Greetings from Portugal. Hello. Is that pronounced Jin? Hello. Nice to speak to you. Hack your webcam so we don't appear. Chris Pratt confirmed for Batman. You know, whatever. I think that Chris Pratt I think, sorry, the Batman. I've kind of lost my interest in Batman because he's always the least interesting thing in his movies. Lynching foxes, yeah. Fucking hell, I forgot about all the fox hunting. What if there's an invisible thing behind you? Well, then there's not a lot I can do about it because I wouldn't know even if I did fucking turn around, would I? I think Harrison Ford would have been better for Jurassic World. Yeah, well, they're basically going for Indiana Jones, aren't they? This is my OC, who is totally not Indiana Jones. He's friends with the raptors. He's going after the super dinosaur. It's fanfiction.net screenplay. What is the secret to Toby's hair? Just be like a dirty cunt and don't wash. You know what I mean? Just like never wash and just like eat 75 hits of ecstasy every day. That's how you look like Toby. Can I be in one of your bad creepypastas? Yeah, I don't see why not. Did you check under your bed? I heard Hudo was hiding there. Let's be honest, somebody somewhere would probably like to see me and Hudo Hoodlum in a hotel room together. And that's a sad thing to have to admit to myself, but I know that those people exist. There's a bare minimum of one. I'm a shut lamp behind you. It's a great disguise. You really look like a lamp. What would you say if Toby suddenly proposed to you while she didn't live stream? I'd say to him, Toby, I've already got a fiance, and so have you. So I think you've gone mad, and you need to talk to a specialist. You. There's an axe and the scythe. In the film Exhibitions, was Toby wearing a wig or did he dye his hair black? He dyed his hair black. In fact, my friend Barnaby thought that Toby's hair was black naturally for ages because it was supposed to be semi-permanent, like wash out in 3 weeks. It just did not wash out. I get to cut it in the end. You're going to Skype through PM. Can you? I'm kind of like doing this right now, and my computer's very shit. So can you send me yours instead, please? I'd like to be on DSP Gaming. I absolutely would not. His fans are not the kind of people I want watching my show. Yes, can't wait for the day when Sonic EXE is removed from the internet. Like my liver is ready for more Sonic EXE. I had a lovely message the other day sent to I say sent to me, I mean sent to all of us. Anyway, what? Jacob was having a long warm shower. Suddenly Hudo, with his sexy non-English accent, sneaked into the shower. Jacob opened his eyes. It wasn't shampoo that went in. It was Hudo's large penis. Wow. That's wow. That's beautiful. Why is it going in my eyes? You know, don't fucking answer the question. What happened to your fan-dub video? I've been looking for it. I haven't found it. Jacob X Jesse guy, you know. That's how I know I have good fans, is there's no fucking yaoi. That's how I know I have a cool fan base, because it's not full of freaks. You know what I mean? Like, you guys are above that, and I really love that about you. Like, the fan stuff you guys send in is actually good, and like there's a lot of artwork drawn that's really, really well drawn, like way better than anything I could do. It's not, you know, it's not, oh, here's a picture of you with Toby's dick in your fucking mouth. That's why you guys are more fun. Jacob, you sexy motherfucker. Yeah, thank you. Got a bit of a beard going on, I'll be honest, it's masculine. It makes me feel masculine. But I'm not masculine at all. Fan-dub video, spooky scary oxygen, lots of things in this that I don't really no freaks, we just keep it in check. They read clockwork, your time is up. No. No, I will not, and it's still no. I don't know whether or not I should elaborate on my genitals, says Who Knows Revenge. I mean, can you elaborate on your genitals too much? I mean, if you're a man, unless there's been some kind of accident, then I know you've got a cock and balls. So I don't really feel like you can elaborate much on that, aside from going, well, either saying, well, I leave it natural or I shave my dick. My dick is smooth or my dick is veiny. You know what I mean? Like, there's not really a lot of stuff you can talk about. Will you be seeing the new Russell Brand documentary? Probably. I think it looks quite interesting from the trailer. Doesn't anyone else think the new beat in the intro is sort of off-putting? Why don't you shut your filthy fucking mouth? Is the fact that someone out there would jerk off to you on Jeff the Killer, actually. The video that changed my life, I'm probably not going to watch it, if I'm honest. They refuse to read it due to the content of the past. Yeah, it's just too violent and like, just, it's not, it doesn't, we don't feel that anything in it is justified, and we can't really justify we can't really justify reading it. What does your t-shirt say? No votes for racists. It was a gift from actually the person, I don't know if anyone watched the Russell Brand versus Nigel Farage question time, but the blue-haired lady that stood up and screamed at Nigel Farage and called him a racist, interesting enough, this shirt was a gift from her. So that's like, I don't know why, it just, that makes me happy that happened. You know, proceeds to stuff Mark's foam rubber penis. Oh, did Marky Mark use a fake penis in Boogie Nights? Then I just thought that was his dick, or that they got an actual porn star for like the cutaway, and like I didn't realize it was a fake penis. It's very realistic. Let's go back from an early screening. And it's very interesting. Yeah, I'm interested to see it. It does look good. We're trapped in a room full of cliches. All you do. If I was trapped in a room full of cliches, I'd probably grab the door, wobble it to the point that was visible to anyone watching, and then go, "It won't open." That's probably what I'd do if I was trapped. And then I'd say to whoever was near me, "You need to see this." It's a creepypasta that is so good at censoring and changing stuff in stories. Yeah, I don't think you should do that. I think you should read them as is. You know. All creepypasta will be famous when I can change the music in the intro and have people constantly yell at me for it. Yeah, basically, when you know that nobody is when you know that nobody is fucking happy, like you can never keep your audience happy. That's when you know you're successful. So much dick talk in the chat. I just looked over and just went, "No, it was his dick." I've got a couple of notifications on Google Plus here, so we'll look at them. Story was epically bad. I see what you did there. I'm a bit annoyed actually at the editor on the last episode of Bad Creepypasta because he didn't really put the photoshopped images in the right places, because I honestly don't think he could be bothered to listen to the whole thing. So I think we may at some point need to get an editor who likes the show. What am I doing? Sorry. Oh yes, I'm supposed to be live streaming. If Nigel Farage was a creepypasta, it'd be Jeff the Racist. Now, what have I missed? Is the fact that you don't read unnecessary or glorify violence. The penis will rise. A creepypasta would be the last year in the show if you got liver poisoning from one of your drinking games and you have 1 day to live. Be honest with you guys, probably not posting on the YouTube channel when I've got 1 day to live. Probably spend it with my family. I need to start making videos again. Yes, Queen Creeps, my life is empty and hollow without your content. I'm real tired of the first name the killer creepypastas. Hot buttery live stream. Bendy Straw Crimpy Snitch. That's a great name. What if your editor just heard that? I don't really care because like I'd say it to him. Like just you didn't put the like all the things I asked for on the screen. Like you're supposed to put the newspaper man, the Lawrence Fishburne face man, and the golem all on the screen together, like about to have a fight. You didn't do it. Like it very clearly has Matt going, put this on the screen, and it doesn't happen. So I'm like, you know, I'm gonna have to ask someone else to do it because he obviously doesn't like the show enough to even listen to the thing for like the cues for him to put shit in. And I don't want somebody editing my show who doesn't even fucking like my show. What's the point? Jif the killer. He only takes people with a peanut allergy. I don't get that. Isn't Jif like a lemon, like a lemon thing that you squeeze on pancakes? What does that have to do with peanuts? I don't know. And it used to be. It used to be a cleaning product called Jif, but they renamed it Sif, which makes you think of syphilis. What are they doing? Oh, there was no response. I was really proud of the story of how I got this shirt, and there was no fucking response to it. Jeff versus Slenderman is even more cancerous than the Five Nights at Freddy family. We always had. Where did you get the English teacher for Squidward suicide? That is a secret. The bad crumbly pastry group needs their equivalent of Barry. Yeah, it's like this is because like we've been kind of trying to get that with an editor, but just hasn't really happened yet, I'm afraid to say. Jif is a peanut butter in America. Oh, fair enough. Have you heard of the secret book? It's called Home Run Killer. If not, please review it. No, but if you want me to read a creepypasta, I'm very sorry to say, Darude Sandstorm, this is not the forum to post it because I will forget. Please private message it to us, or better yet, put it on the Facebook, because that's the only way we'll have it. You have to understand that we get about 10 requests a day, so they have to all be in one place. Otherwise, like I need to start putting out videos like in the insights. Please do not post your requests in the comment section anymore because it's pointless. There's about Jeff versus Laughing Jack. They kissed when they met. Jesus Christ. What is fucking wrong with these people? Do you know what I mean? Like, that's like, when I talk about, oh, I've got such a great fan base because, you know, you guys don't draw yaoi of me and Toby or whatever. Like, I'm not even joking. I'm deadly serious. I'm happy, very, very happy that that's not a part of the fan base. That this fucking cancer hasn't found its way in. People go, oh, let's write stories about these guys where they meet and fall in love. And do anything else with your time. Anyone know if Jason the Hater is still making that stupid ass game? No, I think he cried too much when like you guys went and made fun of him, so he's not going to do it now. I think it's just he's throwing his toys out the pram. So all I'll say is that Laughing Jack had no dick. That is the way of the internet. Ugh. Peppa Pig lost episode. I was totally watching called Josiah. If I ever have another son, that will be his name, by the way, Josiah. So, you know, something you'll share with someone you'll probably never meet. But small amount of achievements in every community that spent the most noise. Well, like I said, there are none in this one, and I'd very much like to keep it that way. Probably just a recording of him with stick figures in red paint. There was all this black. Have you guys heard how he speaks? Oh my god, it's amazing! Like his voice is way up here. So weird. It's just like fucking. And then there was all this blood and red and black and bleeding. I was just like, fuck you, man. You suck at everything. It just seems to have a new wiki called the Historic. Yeah, the Historical Archive is ridiculous. Like, the fucking, like, Lol Skeletons, right? I don't know what his problem is with me, and Matt and Toby for that matter, because, like, somebody posted quite a legitimate question, like, on I think it was on Squidward Suicide, or perhaps it was on Suicide Mouse, or one of those. They went, oh, will this be deleted? And then someone else wrote later on, is this going to be the new Jeff the Killer, where everyone, you know, derides it and ends up on the Trollbuster wiki? And then Lost Skeletons went, I'm getting sick of people talking about this kind of stuff on popular pastas. I swear, whenever somebody asks for a popular pasta to be deleted, they've come from one of those stupid, bad creepypasta videos. Like, what's your fucking problem, bro? People are just asking a fair question. Like, why are you going to be a dick about it? Like, I've just, like... I've gotten to that point now where, like, with Lost Skeletons, you've seen... You guys have probably seen, like, where I've usually been quite polite and said, well, I mean the man, no disrespect. He obviously takes a lot of hard work to run a website and everything. But lately, he's just acting like a dickhead. I'm just like, come on, man. Be less of a cunt. Puberty disassociates with JC to a degree equal to that of his own parents. Sweet Jesus. Suicide Mouse is actually pretty creepy. Well, that's your opinion. Yeah, I respect your right to it. I strongly disagree. I thought it had all the same problems that most of the ones we review had. Well, skeleton has no spine, which is interesting for a skeleton, really, isn't it? Oh, what's wrong with my nose? It's so stuffed up. I think I'm coming down. I really have not coming down with the cold. I hope it's just that I'm away from the ocean and the sort of air, the kind of more chemically air around here is disagreeing with me. Something like that ocean breeze and all that freshness. I was getting just jealous. You're probably more famous than him now. I wouldn't go that far. Like, so Lost Skeletons is probably a lot more famous than I am. But I don't know what his issue is with our show. Like, he really hates it, and I'm like, it's fair enough that like you don't like the show. I mean, I ain't gonna hold a gun to your head and make you watch it, but you're not gonna be mean, you know. Lost Skeletons has no dick because it fell off when he popped out. Could be hay fever. Yeah, actually, it's that time of year, isn't it? I actually became Lost Skeletons and then wrote this. Someone's going to write a fanfic about 9 Why We Send Them a Jeff Ticky Toby Small Dog. You get the point. I don't forget, Jake. What age are you, Mike? Are you talking to me? It gets really confusing because is there anyone called Mike in the chat? Anyone? I really, really hope like, because my name is Jacob, so like I really want to put that across to people. One time he rickrolled me. Yeah, he's such a wanker. Yeah, like Real Blade, the game, right? I tried to talk to you once on Trollbuster or Wiki Chat and you just left. You went, hey, how come you have Michael Loire picture as your thing? And I was like, because I'm him. And then you left, and I was like, oh, that was interesting. I thought you'd want to say hello. There's no sense program. Was it Jeff the Killer made no sense? Story. It would suck if Lol Skeletons got polio. Yes, that would be horrible. I don't want anyone to get polio. That'd be awful. Apart from acting of any kind, what talent would you want? Well, until I ruined my throat from smoking, I used to be pretty decent at singing. I can no longer sing, unfortunately, so I'd quite like to be able to sing again. But they do tell me that my voice should return sort of to normal eventually, you know, that I'm not smoking at all. So we'll see, won't we? Anything else? I mean, I already do a lot of stuff like, oh, I wish I could draw. Yeah, I wish I could draw. You're welcome, Mr. Chopper, and I was like, fuck off. To be fair, like, Lol Scouts probably doesn't like us because, like, we said that he had a small dick once on the show before ever having any interaction with him, which was totally uncalled for. It was just a joke, like, so saying, "Oh, he's deleting all the stories," and I was trying to sound like petty, you know. I was just trying to sound petty. Well, if you want to hear me sing with a really bad fucking cold, you can check out the blood whistle video. But I don't recommend it. It sounds horrible. But like I say, me and Toby, I think you can even tell in our speaking voices because we're kind of like this. Me and Toby, we just sort of sound really sick, and then we just start singing out of boredom, and it just sounds awful. Sea defenses, squid suicides, other inspired writers, terrible writers, and then it started the cliches. So they're much better cliches than other cliches. Like, well, the thing is, it didn't. That's what I don't get it. Like, it started the cliches. What about blood being scary? Because no, blood's been used since like forever in horror. Like, the blood, like Dracula has blood. You know what I mean? Like, it's pure blood is pure horror. Like, it's old. Wind again, the sound of wind rustling through trees. Like at least, I mean, even like Twin Peaks. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a new idea, guys. Squid Suicide doesn't really start shit. You smell what the toppler's been cooking. Do the eyebrow again, guys. It just looks creepy when I do it. This is why I'll never be a professional wrestler. That, and I'm hilariously unathletic. Blood's been used since, like, and it's been used since before then. I mean, like saying, like novels and like old short stories, like hell, even in like old like medieval folk songs and shit. There's always like people talking about blood as a way of like being kind of shocking or scary. It's excuse me. It's always been there. Such a terrible CPs as a CP author. So looking shit. It's perpetuating the stereotype. Yeah. Literally copied the comment word for word from the guy who said, "Is this going to become the next Jeff the Killer?" My favourite is the origins of Laughing Jack, even though it's shit. Going to bed. Wish I was tonight. Also, Jacob, I'll hit you up tomorrow, but I'll collab. Good night, guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow, Dennis. Take it easy. How old are you, dude? I'm guessing 34. 34? Are you taking the piss? Do you know that Jeff the Killer Wiki got bought and turned into a wiki about kittens? Yes, and that really makes me happy. Just the kittens wiki. Actually, I don't listen to metal much, but yet earlier, when I was bored, I started listening to Lamb of God because I just had that sudden craving to listen to Walk With Me in Hell. So I was like, I'll just fucking put that song on and just play it really loud because I was just really in the mood for it. I don't listen to metal very often, if I'm honest. Not a big not a big metal fan. I loved metal when I was a teenager, but my taste kind of changed a lot. I don't really listen to it anymore. I'm creaming my pants right now. Oh, let me tell you a secret, Duncan. It's not just you. I'm roasting in my own juices right now, shall we say? Like that, yeah. Like, comment, subscribe. Being good at English at school, I was great at English at school. That was actually one of the only subjects I was any good at. My English teacher thought I was a genius. My mathematics teacher thought I was an idiot. It made for a very, very schizophrenic experience, having one person tell me I was brilliant, somebody else bark at how I was an imbecile, with the sort of two core subjects. So could I join the stream? No, 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 no. That was dickish of me. No, I'm going to bed soon, so I'm not going to bother having guests on because I'm getting sleepy and I've got work tomorrow. So. Jacob say, "Alrighty, it's in," like Mac. Oh fuck! What was Mac's voice like? It was like, "Alrighty, it's in." It was like that, I think. Are you a bisexual? Are you asking me or somebody else? You guys know my name is Jacob, right? Like that's a thing we all know, right? That's it's in my boy voice. So you mean you wrecked him? Probably not gonna do that. Miles Davis. Oh, I like Miles Davis. Oh, Velvet Underground as well. I'm glad you're happy, Justin. I am very happy. I should eventually change my channel name just because, like, I'm totally sick of people calling me Michael, if I'm honest. I'm really tired of it. So I might just change my channel name to like Bad Creepypasta or something. What was the question, Spoonheads? You into jazz, Jacob? Not so much as I used to be. I'm calling you Michael because that's your username. Okay. Am I a bisexual? No, I am not. I'm a heterosexual. I have had boyfriends when I was younger, and I have been in like physical relationships with other males. But as I grew out of adolescence and into adulthood, that part of me just kind of went away, and I stopped being attracted to males. So, yeah, I'm heterosexual. But I haven't always been. So, you know, I'm one of those weird people, I guess. I'm going to fart now. I hope you heard that. Who's your favorite solo artist? Oh, probably David Bowie. But I'm also really into Slim Whitman and Roy Orbison at the moment. But yeah, David Bowie. You watch some Argentinian movies? Possibly. I don't like. I will watch films from really anywhere in the world. You know, I'm not because I'm one. I did subtitles don't bother me. Like I find it's very. I'm one of those people who finds it very easy to look at the screen and read the subtitles at once. It doesn't really bother me at all. But yeah. Queen Creeps, are you oohing because I farted, or are you oohing because I said I'd had relationships with men? Because if you're oohing because of that, that's honestly really fucking homophobic. So I hope you're oohing because I farted. Do you like Mike Oldfield? Love him. Love Mike Oldfield. I thought your name was Vladimir for the longest time. Who? Butts or boobs? Butts. Sorry to be that guy, butts. I got nothing against boobs. Boobs are nice, sure. But I've never been one of those guys who's like crazy about breasts. Who's like, cool, look at the tits on her. I'm just like, I like them fine, I guess. But whereas if I see a nice bottom, like my fiance has a really really nice bum, like I'm like drawn to it. You know, I'll be sitting there, and then suddenly like there'll be this beautiful ass. I'm like, you know. See, I agree with you, Christian, about the next day. Like, it is a really good record, but it doesn't feel like it doesn't sound like it. I mean, it is what it is. You know, the next day is a great record. I think it's just because it's David Bowie. If anyone else had made that record, you'd think it was fucking genius. But because it's David Bowie, it doesn't quite because it's not Spiders from Mars. You know, so it doesn't necessarily live up to that kind of standard. But it's a great record though. I do like the next day a lot. Chance Cash for Fun. It's a Freddy movie has Nicolas Cage as the purple guy. Fuck 4chan. It's just fuck everything about 4chan. Face Off is the greatest and worst movie of all time. I really like Face Off. I mean, it's dreadful, but I do really like it. I like Con Air as well, if I'm honest. I'll tell you what, guys. Like, I got to pay when I was playing the monster because obviously I'm playing two parts in this film, playing the main character, and of course the shadow version of himself, if you will, the dark version, the beast version, if you will. There's a little in joke there, there's a little self-referential masturbatory humour there. But I got to pay a little homage to Nightmare on Elm Street because I was wearing these like fake nails, and I got to like slide them against the wall. Like it was just an improv I did in one take. I guess I was just thinking. I guess Nightmare on Elm Street was just popped into my head because it's one of my favorite movies, and I just kind of like put my hand across it and they decided they wanted to use it, so they got some close-ups of it as well. And like immediately, I was thinking about Okay, this should start working again in a moment. Oh, there's people outside. I wonder what they're up to. That's me, anyway. It's me right there on the screen. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Are things happening? I must have started checking that ass. Yeah, so I was checking immediately ends the stream. Ice cream anal. Wow, what a thing to come back to. So I'm feeling self-indulgent because I'm doing a stream. And earlier on, I said I always wanted to play Kano, and as you all know, I've also always wanted to play Dracula. So my question to you is 2 questions for each of you. For those of you who are actors or have an interest in acting, is there a role you've always wanted to play? And the self-indulgent part is, what role should I play in something? What would you like to see me play in something? So, yeah. What role have you always wanted to play? And those of you who enjoy my stuff as an actor, what role would you like to see? You know, what do you think I'd play well? Because I can't be bothered to lead the conversation right now, but I didn't want the stream to just end because it was like rude. So I thought, well, just jump back into it and just, you know, do some more active stuff, because that's why I'm in fucking Salisbury, is for acting anyway. If I could, I'd play Pinhead. That's a very iconic role, Alec. What do you think you'd bring to it that's different to what Doug Bradley did? Obviously, Jacob just as Jeff the Killer. Let's scare the shit out of it. If I was trying to scare you, do you think I'd just as Jeff the Killer after all the work I've done to deride Jeff the Killer and make it not scary? Have you seen the cinematic masterpiece known as The Room? I'm pretty sure I answered this earlier, and I said about 5. I said I've seen it about 5 times. Like I love it. Play Rose in a Titanic film or play. Glad to see you guys are giving proper answers. I always want to play Jason Voorhees. Love to see you play young Dr. Loomis. Oh yeah, I think I could really get behind that actually. Like yeah, if you did like a prequel to Halloween. Kane's logic. I read the script. I read the first page. I read the last page, and like if my part is on both pages, I do the fucking picture. Play the funny character really well. Loved your character in Dead Walk. Oh, thank you very much, Alex. Thank you. Jackson's very cool for you. To play Sebastian the Crab, and that wish came true. So now I'd like Lucy in the 30 musical. I'd see you as Jacob Marley. Is that just because my name is Jacob, you're not feeling really adventurous? Jack Torrance from The Shining. Wow. If you're being legit, that is a huge, huge compliment that you would ever want to see that. I know that in the book the character is probably closer to my age than he is to Jack Nicholson's in the film, and I would completely play it differently. I love Jack Nicholson's performance, but there's no point in imitating perfection. You might as well just try to bring something completely new to it. Looking off my anus. It's not fecal matter. Can you help me? The most recent incident had a little blood in it. I am serious. I mean, why are you asking me for help? Ask your doctor. I don't fucking know. Jesus. I'm not sure how and if Jacob will be able to stop it. No, there's no if. I mean, I could never, ever topple anything that fucking Jack Nicholson had done. Jack Nicholson's most phoned-in, lazy performance, you know, I couldn't touch it with my best performance. Let's be real for a moment. Play the Joker, replace Jared Leto. I'd say I think I'd have a good time playing playing the Joker. I think most actors would have fun playing the Joker, if we're honest. Are you a porn actor? No, I don't even watch porn actually. I don't know. It's not really for me. I used to like be a bit of a porn addict, but I don't watch pornography anymore, and I don't think I wouldn't be in porn because I've got a partner, so I wouldn't. Mr. Hyde, yeah, I'd like to play Jekyll and Hyde. Like, to me, like, if I had to live in a world where like I couldn't play Dracula, like, oh, it'll just never happen in my career, I think Jekyll and Hyde would be a really nice consolation prize. How many particular fangirls do you think you could take in a fight? Literally all of them. Once I convinced a girl in my high school that Stallone was real and he was chasing me, she cried. Dumb broad. Is acting hard? Yeah, I guess. I guess so. Can I just clear up, Jacob, if you didn't see it, I have nothing against you having relationships with... Okay, I never said you were being homophobic. I never accused you of being homophobic. I want to be absolutely clear about that. I only suggested that you'd be being homophobic if you were doing this thing that you weren't doing. So, yeah, fine. I don't think anyone thinks you're homophobic. Would you be in a porn for... I can't even see what figure that is. It looks like a lot of money. No. You know, unless it was unless it was with my partner and like she was totally up for it, not completely disgusted and freaked out by the idea, because we could use that money. But at the same time, it's like I wouldn't really want to do a pornographic film. So the answer is basically no. To be honest, I would love to see you play a pirate or a ship captain. I reckon you have enough sex appeal. Me, I'm fond of playing Van Helsing. See, I don't know what you look like, Camille, but Van Helsing's a great part. Yeah, Van Helsing's a great part. Play Dracula and I play it to bite me. I want to play Dracula so much. Did you get your roles? Do you audition? Are actors treated? Okay, I am treated. I mean, like, you guys have seen the hotel I'm staying. You guys, it's in the hotel I'm staying in. It's pretty nice. I'm treated exceptionally well. I audition sometimes. I don't audition for everything. I actually got this part because on another film I was in, the director of photography for that is the director for this, and he met me on the set of that, and he really loved my work. I'm really very happy to say, and he said, "Do you want to be in my film?" And yeah, he sent. He sent the script over, and I was like, "Yeah, of course, this is a great script." So yeah, I don't have to audition for everything, but I do sometimes have to go to auditions, and they're never not horrible. Auditions never stop being horrible. How big is your hotel room? It looks massive. Yeah, it's mammoth. It's utterly huge. And I got a bathtub and whatnot. So it's pretty good. Got a wardrobe, got all these like mahogany desks and shit. It's beautiful. It's 4 stars, so pretty high end. Yeah, it's nice. They've put me up in a lovely hotel room, I have to say. Excuse me. Bendished or Crimpy Snitch. I seem to always be playing creepy psychotic characters and end up killing at least one person. Jacob, would you be the shirtless vampire? Yeah, probably. Do you know what a corpse party is? I don't think I want to know. To be honest, like, part of the reason I've got a personal trainer now is to get like really, really ripped. So I think, like, if I get asked to play a shirtless kind of guy in a movie, I'll be able to do it. But I don't think I will. I'm not the kind of guy who gets cast in those kind of roles. So it's not really a huge concern, but you know. Have you heard of Creepypasta Land? Yeah, I've got it. I've got Creepypasta Land, but I can't play it right now because my keyboard's broken. But when I get an external keyboard, I will play Creepypasta Land for you guys. Okay, well, say hello to Cardboard Stronghold for me, won't you? And tell him that I think it's a shame that we couldn't that we couldn't do more stuff together, do more work together. So he's a very talented guy. Eli, very talented guy. Apart from Britpasta, have you ever narrated Creepypastas? Yes, I was on Chudder's reading of Candle Cove, alongside Brains and a couple of others. I think Brains has a very nice speaking voice. I think she does a good job of narration. Except for these nuts. Biodome, have you heard about it? No, I don't really know what that is. Sorry. Yeah, just some Google notifications are joy. They're all +1s. I don't know why. Like, is there a way you can like turn off so that you're not notified of +1s? Can you do that? Does anyone know? Yeah, it was one of those things where, like, yeah, I was on I was on that Candle Cove video, and I didn't get a lot of lions, and I was a bit resentful. Like, truth be told, like there's no point lying about it. Like, I was a little resentful. I didn't get a lot of lions. Me and Jeff the Killer fan adaptation. To be honest, like, I'd be in any movie, you know, for that kind of money. The thing is, though, you can't put a price on your reputation, so it's one of those things where it's like you've got to, you know, you've got to always take into account, is this going to be worth the money? But at the same time, when you're as broke as I am, you know, it is very appealing to be offered a huge sum of money for a part. Jake, what do you think of One Piece? I really like it. I think it's great. Did you study acting, or are you a natural? I didn't study acting. I wouldn't describe myself as a natural. I think I'm learning. I think I learn every time I do a film or play. I learn. Yeah, I don't think you ever stop learning as an actor. But I think it'd be extremely self-involved of me to you know, be incredibly self-involved of me to call myself a natural, basically. He's willing to come back when it's done. Okay, well, I will say to Eli, you know, I don't really want to have this conversation in public too much, but my only thing is, if you want to come back, if you're gonna like leave, if you could just let us know, because that was the issue, was that you just disappeared with, like, you had, like, we'd sent you stuff to edit and it just never showed up. So if you could just let us know, that'd be good. It only took me 5 minutes to become a fan of One Piece. Yeah, I really like One Piece. So good on you for getting the part. I love you. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's very kind of you. The Humans 3, Salisbury 3 is coming out soon. Yeah, like I complained, like, basically, because I was on Google Plus and all those people were talking about how excited they were because they loved the first time. Wow, there are people who liked Human Centipede 2, and somebody else was like quoted me as if I said, like, you know, and they went, people like a fake quote, like, what, people don't like, people like something I don't like, and I was like, no, that's not what I was saying. It's that no one likes Human Centipede. It's not that I don't like it. It's that no one likes Human Centipede 2. Like, the critics hated it, the public hated it. It was, you know, sort of frightened morality police hated it. No one fucking liked it. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, thank you guys for all indulging me in the discussions of what movies and plays you'd like to see me in. Some nice ones there, some surprising ones, I have to say. But some pieces of casting that I wouldn't put myself in, but now I imagine would work. So yeah, that was cool. Um, how are Toby and Matt doing? Toby's crazy busy right now with some really interesting things happening in his life that I can't really talk about because I think he wants to announce publicly to you guys. Matt's just busy with work, I think, same as me. We're all busy, really. But I found time to do this because, because hashtag this thing people do with their hands. But let's be cops. Got a lot of backlash for the recent police brutality. Toby is my waifu. It's the worst creepypasta you haven't done on the show. I don't know. I don't have to my head, to be honest with you, mate. Matt has a job. I don't know why Matt Matt is, Matt usually works. I mean, he's a hardworking kind of guy, but he just comes across as unemployed to people, I think. That is donut taster. I wonder why Pico keeps writing really obscene things. Is it just so like he can get me to read them out and then he can like make a video to blackmail me with me saying all this dirty stuff? Look how Batman has a bad attitude. That sounds really familiar. I'm getting kind of hungry. Oof. I mean, it's nearly midnight. Is this a good time to order room service? I have a question. So who is that girl who randomly appeared? That girl was named Maggie, I believe, and I think she's a friend of MD Phantasms, but like I haven't spoken to her in like a year. Like I have no idea what she's up to in life right now. Yeah, I think it might be hay fever. God, everyone mentioned I might have hay fever. What do you think of the movie industry in independent films? I think Hollywood is kind of out of ideas. I think that's fair to say, isn't it? It's all sequels, reboots, and remakes. The trailers are all the same. They're all just like fade to black, fade in and out of black, very short clips. It's very gruff, serious narration, Inception noise. They're all. I don't know. I just think that. I just think that Hollywood's kind of run out of ideas. Indie films, again, a lot of them. It's going to sound really harsh. I just think most people suck at making movies. So, like indie films as well, they're just usually sort of either social realism, everything's gritty and depressing, or hipster crap. So, I love a lot of films, but I hate so many more that I love, and I'm the same with all art. And Sturgeon's law, isn't it? But yeah, in the internet, I love it because it's got me an audience. You know, I couldn't. I The fact that I can make a movie and know that people will watch it, that people I don't know in real life will watch it, is an amazing thing for a guy like me. Sort of working class guy from a small shitty town where we have extremely high unemployment and things like that. It's to know that I can do what I want to do, be an artist, and there are people who are going to see it. I love the internet for that. Alien, that was a good trailer. It was one of the best trailers of all time. I don't have a preferred genre, if I'm honest. I'm not really a genre kind of person. Toby loves the feel of mashed potatoes on his giblywits. Wow. So I'm hoping to have a new show reel up later this year on the channel. So that'd be really, really good to have some show reel stuff. I really, really think we could have a new show reel out. Looking forward to that. And then I'm going to go to bed soon, though. So I'm starting to get hungry, and I know there's not really any food here. Jacob, do you think there'll be a 2-year anniversary? Yes, there will be. I hope that people here and elsewhere will be willing to make contributions for it, make short videos we can incorporate into the next one. I'm really wishing you become a famous actor. Well, see, wishing is, I don't know if that's kind of a negative word. Can we say hoping? Hoping, I think, is a better word. I think wishing makes it sound completely impossible. I've got friends who are famous actors. I don't think it's completely impossible. It's just extremely fucking difficult. What did I miss? Gay sex. A lot of gay sex. Film myself sleeping. I think Darkside Phil would film himself sleeping if he thought people would watch it and he'd get ad revenue for it. Are you in any gay sex porn? No. I'm happy to say I am not. But to run, have a good night, Jacob. Good night, House Rage. What Drunken Peasants is, I've heard of it. It's some sort of podcast, isn't it? I don't know much about it. Further Chase talks about Twin Towers, Spider-Man teaser trailer that was removed to 9/11. Yeah, I remember that trailer actually. I do remember that trailer. I'm hoping you become a famous actor. Well, you know what, Queen Creep, so am I, oddly enough. So yeah, I've got 2 friends who are successful actors. I got one who was on a popular soap opera for 3 years, and I got a mate who currently voices a robot on TV, a TV ad campaign. What's the worst movie you've ever watched? A really, really obscure 3-hour version of The War of the Worlds, complete with fake mustaches and fake English accents. It's by Pendragon Pictures. It's extremely hard to get. So yeah. Have you seen Birdemic? Yes, I have. Would you rather eat a cat or eat a dog? I'd rather do neither of those things, but cats in general are smaller, so I guess that's less horror. There's an A-only movie. Wow. I probably pronounced that wrong. Good night, Pico. The advantage and disadvantage between male and female actors. I would say there are more roles for male actors. I think that's fair to say. It's easier to find a role with, with teeth, if you will, with meat, with substance, than it is if you're a female actor, and that's a real shame. But it's just the way it is. Protagonists in films, protagonists and antagonists tend to be male. So there's a lot more opportunities for good roles if you're male, I think. There's also more competition if you're female. There are more women who want to be actors than there are men who want to be actors. and there are less roles for women than there are for men. So as you can imagine, the competition is a lot stiffer if you're a woman as well. So if you're a woman who makes it into a movie, you're probably doubly talented. Jacob, what would you do if Hillary Clinton became president? Probably nothing. It doesn't really affect me. Like, no offense to Americans watching, but I live in the UK. It doesn't really affect me in any way. Same as like if I ask you guys, oh, what would you do if Nigel Farage became prime minister? Like, it wouldn't impact your lives in any way. You might go, those English people elected that silly racist. Sucks to be them, and that would be it. You know what I mean? Like, I'd probably be the same. See, the original Lorax film I thought was good. The animated, as in the 2D hand animated one was good. I was disappointed by the Rake film because the production values were obscenely high. I mean, even more so than Darkland. Like, it looked beautiful, and the fucking monster was CG. I'm like, it's the Rake. You couldn't have done this with makeup and prosthetics. Seriously, my makeup artist could have made the Rake. Like the makeup artist I've got on Darkland, and the lady who did all the blood and guts on Exhibitors. Like, go back and watch Exhibitors, even though the movie isn't very good. Actually, look at the makeup effects, especially in that last portion where everything's flashing up on the screen and going crazy. What if Hillary Clinton became the leader of the UK? I don't really know enough about Hillary Clinton other than she probably didn't suck Bill's dick enough, if I'm honest. How tall are you? I'm 6'1", Catstar. Substantially shorter than Toby, who is 6'5". Entire 4 inches shorter than Toby. If you can't do the mathematics because you're stupid. England's a really stupid country when it comes to measurements because we're half imperial, half metric. Like, some of our shit is metric, like Europe, and some of our shit is imperial, like America. It's like, just fucking pick one. Pick metric, by the way. It's better, but it's ridiculous. Did you ever consider directing films? Again, are you trolling, or like, are you really asking? Because I mean, Darkland. I'm doing Darkland. That's like my labor of love that I'm doing everything on. I've like been up to this point. We've got one now, but up to this point, I've been the director of photography. I've written it. I'm directing it. I have a small role in it. I think you should finish Exhibitors. I love it so far. I thank you, Monkey. I personally don't like the film, and I think as well part of it came from the fact that I was in a very negative place when I wrote it. So I think that comes across in the film, and I don't really like. Yeah, like, I can't really enjoy Exhibitors, I don't think. What will you do if you become? What would you do if you became a famous director actor? I'd probably make better movies because I'd have the opportunity to, and I would probably use my public platform to talk about issues that were important to me, like equality and things like that, and just making the world a better place. That's what at least I'd like to do. How to make the Rake? 1, get Slenderman. 2, take all his clothes off. It was a long time ago when you came out the video. Oh, Matt's again. Exhibitors was amazing. Oh, thank you, Josiah. Thank you. Toby 6'5". Jake is back on the button. Election, and the Green Party won by 78%. My friend Kate is now technically the Prime Minister of the school. Liberia and Prague are the only countries that still fully use the imperial system of measurement. Don't get a cinematic release, or will it be unlikely? It'll be extremely limited cinematic release. Basically online exclusive. Just case experience of the spider. A spider was sat on my shoulder when I had no shirt on. I didn't know, and it was a fucking huge one. One of those ones with the spindly brown legs. The ones with the huge fucking teeth, the ones that bites really hurt. Anyone who lives in England knows the ones I mean. The one with the really low back and they come out like that. I have no idea what they're called, but they've got like markings all over them. And one of those fuckers, like big as your hand, was just sitting on my shoulder, and I like brushed that because I thought there was like probably like a dragonfly on me or something, and it just landed on the ground. I was like, "Fuck!" And it freaked me out. Once actually, I was in the dark at uni watching on my laptop, a different laptop, of course, and the spider just came down like this, like dangled itself in front of my face. But that was kind of funny, actually. It didn't really scare me because I'm not really frightened of spiders too much. Like I just think they're kind of creepy, but they don't really bother me that much. Like I spent the blood hyper realistic. Oh, for show. You can touch the screen, you can feel the fur. So what would you do if you became a famous director, actor? Well, I thought I answered that. I thought I answered your question. Where would you pass the cast against? Probably not. Clockwork, it's rubbish. Jacob, how tall is Matt? Matt is shorter than me. I'm 6'1", and Matt's shorter than me. I think Matt's like 5'11". He's not much shorter than me, so he's either 5'11" or 6 foot exactly. What do I do against the crappy furries keep reporting my Sonic 3 The Truth story? I just like smack them in the face, like slap them with your dick. I was saying, I feel for you, Josiah. I've been homeless myself. You know, it's in this day and age, it's actually surprisingly easy to lose your home. So yeah, I've been homeless. It's not it's not a pleasant experience for anyone. It's extremely demeaning. I've also been unemployed, and yeah, things like that, and they're very depressing. I wrote Abyssus when I was I wrote Abyssus when I was in a dark place when I'd finished university, and it had been a year since I finished university, and I'd done nothing with my life, and I was just, I'd lost my home, and I was staying at my grandma's place, and I was just like a huge failure. So I didn't. Abyssus came from frustration. It came from that fear of being. I wrote the film about a has-been. I was kind of a never was at the time, but I wrote the film obviously about a director who had been a big shot and now was nobody, dying of cancer, and that was very much kind of how I felt at the time. So yeah, I kind of hate it. The whole student council in my school is very corrupt due to the fact that nobody really cares, and it's all popularity. Do you have a scariest moment of your life? I don't want to talk about that publicly. Grandfather was 6'11". The tallest person I ever met, I had a friend called Dan, who everybody called him BFG. He was 6'8", and his brother was 6'7". But I've never met anyone tall. Well, actually, no, I think I met a basketball player who was like fucking enormous, but I didn't really know who he was. Just some famous basketball player. Tom would dash life in. I put you, Toby and Matt, into a band, named you Bloom and Jory. Your debut song was called Bad Creepy Quotes. Well, thank you, Queen Creep. It's an honor. I've ever seen Bad Creepypasta were you the most angry? Probably still Beast version of our mascot, if I'm honest. Like 1/3 in poverty. Yeah. We're actually, our country is in such a state now. There's a very strong possibility we're going to be investigated by the European Union for our treatment of the disabled. So that's a first world country that's under investigation for its treatment of the disabled. Well done, Cameron. Well done, Osborne, Duncan Smith. You guys are doing a great job. Well done. You certainly haven't fucked the country completely. I can't believe the director of this film I'm working on is voting Conservative. He's such a nice guy. Why the fuck's he voting Conservative? Ugh. The thing is, like, creepypasta is like, it's hard to write. Like, I got a mate who actually is a good writer. He wrote a creepypasta once, and it just totally sucked. And he's a good writer. And I was like, it's not easy to write creepypasta. They could make bad creepypasta posters. I'm not really good at making posters. Like, I made the Exhibistus poster, but like, I'm not really good at making posters, if I'm honest. I used to call the glass go past the final film. FNAF fandom. Anyone proud of that? He's flipped a chair. You won't see it, but your eyes will. I also liked the Dead Walk. Thank you. I'm glad. I see. I like the Dead Walk a lot more than Abyssus, if I'm honest. Okay, I've been invited to an event. Help me, voice actors. When is this? Right now, apparently. Oh, this is happening in. Are you going to watch? This is happening in 20 minutes. I might as well watch it. Somebody corrected me on my grammar when I deliberately spelt something wrong in a sort of faux creepypasta post. Facepalm, very hard. I can't be bothered to, but I would. But yeah, anyway, like I fucking prefer Dead Walk to Exhibissus. I think like Abyssus has, even though Abyssus was never finished, so it's unfair to really compare a finished film with an unfinished film. Abyssus does have higher production quality for sure, but Dead Walk is like, I don't know. It just, I feel like we got it right. Like we got the balance right with the horror and comedy. I felt like we pushed the horror stuff too far with Dead Walk, with Exhibissus. What do you think the line for a film that is too? Did you draw the line for a film that is too dark? I'm not. I think it should all be judged on an individual basis. I don't think that one film, you know, you got to earn the dark shit you do. If your film earns it and it's justified, you can get away with just about anything. Now, earlier when I was talking about Attack on Titan, I love that show, but there are moments every once in a while where it pushes the darkness to a level that I don't think it is earned. And I find myself grumpy, going, "Come on, guys! You're not making Schindler's List here. This is a show about giant, like carnivorous people. You know, Sepp Dowg, please say." Oh, I fucking did say anything. Okay. Said by Foxy. Thoughts on the FNAF movie? I don't give a shit about the FNAF movie at all. Like, I'm sorry, I don't. I don't like the games. Why would I care about the movie? I'd very much like to make the true Resident Evil movie that was actually a horror film, but I don't know if anyone would watch it, but I'd love to make it. No, I wasn't talking about Mikasa's backstory. Actually, I was like, because I honestly think they push they I think they got away with that because it was justified to the story. But there are scenes, for example, like there's one scene, for example, where a guy gets snatched by a titan and someone tries to save him, and then he gets snatched as well. And like it's really prolonged. He's like screaming and begging for his life and like shrieking like a woman, and he's like pulling his arms out. And he's like begging not to die. And I'm like, wow, Christ, this is going on a long time. And I'm just like, this is like, you know what I mean? Like this hasn't earned the right to show me something like this. It's too unpleasant. But that's just my opinion. But I think, there are things that I think a movie can justify, or a TV show can justify anything really. Like you can put anything in it as long as it's justifiable. I don't think they ever took it too far with Batman Returns because it was because of the kind of film it was, because of the mood that film established from the get-go. Worst and best directors. That's easy. Best Stanley Kubrick, worst Michael Bay. There we go. I'm going to bed, guys, because my throat's hurting from all this talking, if I'm honest, and I've got to save my voice because I've got to act tomorrow. So I'm going to bed. Thanks for talking to me, you guys. What was your opinion on the first Attack on Titan episode? I thought the first 2 episodes were brilliant, and everything they did was perfect. But there was nothing that didn't work for me in that. Thank you guys, anyway, for coming along. and I'll talk to you real soon on the next one. That's it. Oh, you put Frank Skinner in room 101. You thought I was going to close it. Oh, you put Frank Skinner in room 101? I've got a friend who was in a sitcom with Frank Skinner, and it was a terrible sitcom.